Alright, what's up everybody's boy Ken, and we got Ken Space Marines join the Tau Empire, bro. Who would join that type of squad anyway? Make sure you guys follow the Twitch and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. Let's go to it. Let's go.
Space Marines are considered to be incredibly intelligent, wise, and steadfast. Their willpower is nearly unbreakable, and they shall know no fear. On paper, this is true, but every day, previously loyal Astartes are turning their back on the Imperium.
Yo, I was literally about to say that, bro. Like, they're legit Kevin Duranting. Like, if you know what that term means, when I say Kevin Duranting, like, you know, like the other team, then, like, yo, real recognize real. They are legit, like, in every single video, I'm hearing about a Space Marine, like legit Kevin Duranting their own Legion, bro. Like, it's really, like, I love how, like, on paper, it's like, oh my god, Space Marines, you know, their will is unbreakable. You know, these guys are loyal, you know, for the Emperor and all this. Bro, didn't they just, like, backstab, like, their best friend? Didn't they just, like, YNW melee their best friend, like, 2 books ago? Like, what are we talking about?
Either becoming renegade pirates or just straight up interactive fleshlights for the forces of hell.
Ew.
So it begs the question, has an Astartes ever betrayed the Imperium for something other than the forces of chaos or themselves? Has an Astartes ever joined the Tau Empire? Is that even possible? Would the Tau triumph over the Imperium if they discovered the method of turning an Astartes, just like Chaos had done? The answer to these questions is coming later in this video.
Okay.
You're a patient man. This isn't TikTok, alright? Also, this will be my last video with this haircut for summer. I'm going to try out a bit more of a funkier style.
Man, I gotta get a haircut too, y'all. My stuff growing in, my hair growing in. I don't know, like, if it gets like a little bit up, whatever, I gotta like cut it. I don't care if it's by myself. I don't care if it's with a barber. I gotta cut it. I do not like having a lot of hair nowadays. When I was younger, I just liked having a lot of hair. But now as I get older, I don't know. I like the shorter, you know, fade, like, or like bald fade type of cut. That's you know, that's my type of style, y'all.
So who knows? Maybe for once.
And like I said, I'm actually going live later on Twitch, so make sure you guys, you know, come through if you want to.
My life, I won't look like a privileged white kid. I probably still will, but worth a shot.
It don't
Before
matter.
we get started.
Yo, even if you is a privileged white, it don't matter. What are you talking? Yo, I hate that. Like, bro, if you're a privileged white kid, bro, cool. That's cool by you. Who cares? I hate how, like, we gotta talk down on people, you know, who are born with, you know, these type of advantages. Who cares? If you're born with an advantage, you're born with an advantage. There's people born with advantages every single day. Bro, if you got internet, then you got an advantage. What are we talking about? If you're born into a wealthy family, good by you. What are you talking about? I hate how we shame people for being born into great situations. What happened to being happy for those people? There's people who are born into bad situations, but we gotta, like, you know, sit up there and just, you know, feel bad for them and just, you know, get mad at people who are born in good situations. Yo, if you're a rich white kid, yo, shout out to you.
Can the Tau turn a Space Marine to their cause? Have they done so already? What would be the impact on the setting if the Tau had their own chapter? Let's get into it.
Come on, let's go.
There are many things that go into the creation of a Space Marine. Sure, you could just get a kid and load them full of gene seed and call it a day, but they wouldn't even be half an Astartes. They'd just be like a Night Lord, to be honest. The creation of Astartes takes grueling trials that push your mind and body to the limit.
Now, I don't know if y'all seen this or not, but I believe in Space Marine 2, and like the beginning of like the game or whatever, they show like Titus. They show like the little skull babies or whatever, putting like the equipment on Titus or whatever. Bro, I thought it was just like, I thought it was like a firefighter, like, you know, like suit. You could just jump in it. I did not know, bro, that like these armor and stuff like that is like screwed into the body and stuff. Yo, if you look at Titus's body, you know, pause. But if you look at, you know, Titus's body and stuff like that, bro, I got like a bunch of like holes inside of it to where, bro, it's like these things fit like a puzzle piece. It was crazy.
Each candidate basically gets cum blasted in the brain on the daily.
Ew.
A very vicious and thorough psycho-indoctrination program. This gives an Astartes an iron will and the ability to achieve great things under immense pressure. It's also designed to keep an Astartes loyal to the Emperor, and despite the whole Horus Heresy thingo, as well as Space Marines still betraying the Imperium till this day, it's still actually quite effective. The Horus Heresy was due to the Primarchs changing the psycho-indoctrination so that new recruits valued their gene fathers over the Emperor, Hence, after the heresy ended, there has been no wide-scale fall to chaos within the Space Marines. It's rare that a chapter will randomly just say, "Fuck it, give me that warp coke," and go full chaos. Space Marines know that chaos Kool-Aid is bad for the soul. Whenever a chapter falls these days, it's due to either gross neglect from the Imperium, malicious bad treatment by the Imperium, extreme luck for chaos, or a very long-winded and thought-out Tzeentchian plot. But still, it does happen. So if a bunch of writhy tentacles, angry horns, smelly gremlins, and contradicting birds can convince Space Marines to join their team, then why can't the Tau? After all, the Tau are reasonable, welcoming, and don't want to rape your soul. It just seems like a much better deal.
You know what? Alright, now I know I throw like a lot of jokes at the Tau saying that, oh, who would want to join them? These guys are boring or whatever. These guys are like, you know, they're kind of like manipulators in a way, which I mean, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. I know like I throw like a lot of jokes at them and stuff like that, but if I'm being honest with you, bro, the Tau is a better suit for most of us, because I know a lot of y'all are like, bro, y'all are freaksters, bro. Y'all love that freaky-ish. Y'all love that Slaanesh-ish. Y'all would join Slaanesh in a heartbeat, bro, fast. But if I'm just, you know, just keeping it real, y'all, a lot of us would definitely join the Tau over a lot of these other factions and stuff like that, because, bro, the Tau, even though, like, you know, like they're Smurfs or whatever, at the end of the day, bro, they're probably like the most, oh, I don't want to say normal, but like if you join them, whatever, they're not going to skull you. Yes, they are manipulators, and because I learned that like if they come to you on like a, like basically they're they're finessers, y'all. So let's say for example, you're thirsty. How about that? Let's say that you don't have any money, you're thirsty, and let's say you just got done playing basketball, right? This is just a random situation. Yo, somebody from the Tau, somebody from like the Tau gang will come up to you and be like, yo, you want some water? But, you know, if you drink this water, then, you know, you got to join us, you know? You know how, like, do you know how salty, like, not even salty, do you know how, like, finesse or manipulative that is, bro? Imagine trying to give somebody what they need, but then you provide the ultimatum of, oh, like, you know, but if you do take this water that I'm giving to you for free, you gotta join us, or you gotta give me those shoes, or you gotta give me that. It's like a manipulating type of thing, because they're not walking up to you saying, oh, you know, give me your shoes or give me whatever I want. It's no, like we're gonna try to give you what you need, or we're gonna come to your aid, you know, but we also want this as well. And then if they don't get it, they're gonna play the long game. They're gonna play the boy best friend game. Yo, they're gonna play the game that we've all played before. Yeah, bro, the boy best friend role. Yeah, we've all played that game. Yo, some of us won, some of us lost. They're going to play the long game. They're going to play the game of, okay, cool. You don't want to accept the water right now? It's okay. And then while you walk in, sweating, tired, there's bro looking at you like these. In your neck of the woods. You sure you don't want the water, bro? You sure? Like, just nagging you on, because they're gonna get what they're gonna get. These guys, they're manipulators, but at the same time, they're not violent. They're not forceful, if that makes sense.
On top of that,
I kind of like it.
Space Marines have fought alongside Xenos against greater threats before, so it's not like it's impossible for them to cooperate. But despite this, a Space Marine has never joined the Tau Empire, and it seems like they never will. Not for a lack of trying. The Tau have tried very, very, very hard to convert a Space Marine to their cause. There was a captured Raven Guard that the Tau thought they could convert. Firstly, they sent in an ex-Inquisitor who had joined the Tau Empire. He spoke to the Raven Guard about how the greater good would also protect humanity, and that it was clear that the Imperium was not a path to enlightenment for anyone. The Raven Guard told him to get fucked. Hence, the Tau resorted to more extreme methods to break him. They used a lot of advanced machinery and various what appears to be like mind readers to break down his psycho-indoctrination. However, many of the mind readers died in the attempt, and the machinery broke down, and eventually the Raven Guard was able to self-induce a double heart attack in order to kill himself before they could go any further. So the moral of the story is that a Space Marine would rather end their own fucking lives than join the Tau Empire.
Nah, something going on. Something more devious is going on. If you telling me, bro, he was willing to give himself a double heart attack. He said, yo, I'd rather, it's not funny because I feel bad. He said, yo, I'd rather give myself I'd rather give myself the Goku heart attack, bro. what's it called? The Goku heart virus. Yo, I'd rather give myself that. I'd rather inject myself with those than join your squad. Tao, I'm gonna be honest with you. That sounds mischievous, bro. Yo, that sounds. What y'all doing, bro? Yo, this Space Marine. Yo, he said he'll rather inflict pain. Yo, he'll rather go out like Goku at the beginning of Dragon Ball than join your squad. Tao, what's going on? Now, listen, I just defended y'all. But let me find out, 10 books later, y'all got some type of parties going on. Yo, if there's parties going down on there, bro, and you know what parties I'm talking about. I don't want to get, I don't want the diddler to send black trucks to the house. But, bro, if there's parties that I don't know about, please let me know, bro. And I'll take back my whole argument for y'all. I literally gave y'all props 3 minutes ago. And I'm wondering about you guys having mischievous parties. What's going on? This Space Marine said he'll rather give himself two heart attacks. Back to back. Boom, boom. He'll rather go out bad to his own fingers than go to your squad. Something gotta be going down, bro. I don't know if they forcing vaccines. I don't know what's going on.
The Tau was so shocked that every method they tried achieved absolutely nothing, especially against the Raven Guard, who were considered some of the more sensible Space Marines, so they declared all Space Marines to be high priority targets, kill on sight, take no prisoner.
Oh, I knew something was up. Oh yeah, these boys are evil. Yo, the Tau's like, yo, man, we tried every trick in the book. Yo, we tried every trick in the book. You know what? Forget them. Yo, the next time you see them, spray their whole block down. Yo, if their car passed by, shoot at the wheels, shoot at something.
So why is Chaos able to turn Space Marines to their side if the Tau, arguably a much better option, cannot? Well, that's because Chaos works different to the Tau. No shit. The Tau will try to turn your mind to their cause. However, a Space Marine's mind is heavily fortified. All their psycho-indoctrination is designed for shit like Tau brainwashing. However, Chaos corrupts the soul and spirit. It's subtle and insidious, really emphasizes the saying, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. Here's a scenario. A Space Marine is ordered to kill his brothers who have committed heresy in order to protect an Imperial world. The Space Marine disobeys these orders, causing his chapter to be declared a renegade. From there, it could take centuries or even more before that chapter even considers turning to Chaos. In that time, they would have been cut off from supplies, hunted down and slowly killed off by Imperial attacks, before finally being so bitter that they accept Chaos as a weapon to avenge the wrongs that have been committed against them. That's if they even decide to join Chaos in the first place.
And that's them cutting off the light bill and everything, bro. Yo, they say, we're gonna try to cut off the light bill, the water bill. We're cutting off the food supply. Yo, y'all gotta go out and hunt y'all food. Like, bro, we're cutting off everything, bro. No funding, no nothing.
There are multiple chapters in the galaxy that are still 100% loyal to the Emperor, but through bad luck, or the Inquisition just being their usual dickhead selves, these chapters are declared renegade. I even did a video about them because there's quite a few. Some people have said, why don't the Tau just make their own Space Marines? And it's a valid question. The Tau have captured and killed quite a few Astartes in their time.
But so do they get that technology though? Cause I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but me and Vulcan, I don't know. I mean, come here. I don't want nobody to know. Let's keep this on a down low, okay? Yo, me and Vulcan, we've actually been cooking up some type of I wouldn't really call them Space Marines. I'll most likely call them Juggernauts or something like that. But me and Vulcan, we've been cooking up some ish, behind the scenes. I don't want to give out too much, but let's just say, man, nobody touching us, okay? We're number one. We're those guys, So I don't want to come off as cocky or nothing like that, but me and Vulcan, bro, we're spitting out ideas, bro, like crazy, bro. I can't wait to really, give you guys these ideas, cause the amount of sauce that me and Vulcan got, bro, it's kind of undefeated. Bro, I really can't wait, bro. If y'all think of the Astartes or something, bro, imagine what we got. Imagine, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, it's over.
Definitely been able to dissect quite a few. They're also very smart enough to understand human anatomy and the workings of a gene seed. But here's where the issues arise. Firstly, the Tau don't really like fucking with DNA and biomancy. It's been shown that the Tau could—
About time. You know, hey, Tal, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all that one. Because, like, I feel like in Warhammer, everybody always, especially that, bro, what's his name? The dude with the bald head with the hair on the side? Fabius. Yo, the Fabius dude. Bro, he be tossing and turning people's DNA. He loved messing with somebody's DNA and making clones and doing all that. How about you grow some type of like Bosley or something? Yeah, how about you grow some type of hair growing like type of like, you know, bottle spray or something like that, bro? You love switching and swapping people's DNA and making all type of monstrosities. Yo, how about you make your hair grow? How about that one? Make your hair grow again. How about that one? Always messing and tossing and turning somebody's DNA and switching and swapping and dipping and diving. Yo, how about you dip and dive in your hair? Because that's not growing back. It's either dip and dive in your hair or try to, you know, help your hair out or cut it off. Because that bald look with the hair on the side is nasty. I'm going to be honest with you.
Artificially extend their lives using gene therapy and manipulation.
Bro had a real villain haircut.
This was actually banned by the Ethereals, as a Tau who could fiddle with their lifespan and body could technically ascend beyond them. It was only until Commander Farsight...
This is hard, by the way. This actually looks really hard. I'm going to be honest with you. This is something that I would wear. Like, bro, I'm not like... If I wore this, bro, and I walked into the club, bro, all the girls would literally, like... They'll all look at me in unison, and they'll all just, like, start walking to me like I'm prime Michael Jackson or something like that. Literally, y'all.
Led his people from the Ethereals to form their own civilization, that the Tau actually basically started inventing their own rejuvenation treatments. So the first issue is that the Ethereals probably wouldn't sign off on the Tau learning enough about biomancy to be able to make Space Marines. Another issue is the logistical cost. The Tau will not be able to make Gene Seed full stop. Gene Seed requires DNA of a Primarch, which requires DNA from the Emperor, as well as the Emperor's extreme knowledge. There's just no way a Tau could recreate it. Hence any Gene Seed...
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Like, if I ever in my life get a hold of, like, the Emperor's DNA, man, I'm selling that. Hey, hey, man, I'm about to make a bag off that, bro. Bro, how do you even think, like, his DNA looked like? Bro, like, the Emperor's DNA, I didn't even know he had DNA. I thought he was just, like, some mythical... I thought he was, like, some type of mythical character. Yo, I didn't even know he had DNA. Yo, imagine, like, I had the Emperor's DNA. Man, yo, I'm taking the biggest bag I could possibly escape with, bro. Yo, how much y'all want, bro? 1, 2, 3 bill? Like, what y'all want? Should I raise it up? What, 200 bill, 300 bill? Bro, hey, man, I'm hitting a lick off the Emperor, bro. No lie.
They got for their Tau Astartes project would have to be taken from the corpses of fallen Space Marines. As the Tau haven't killed that many Space Marines, alongside the fact that Tau weaponry isn't very good when it comes to preserving Gene Seed in a dead Space Marine, they would have very little Gene Seed to work with. But let's just pretend they hit the jackpot. The Ethereals allowed it, or more likely, the Farsight Enclaves wanted to give it a shot. They stumble upon a cache of 1,000 fresh Gene Seed and bring them home. They implant their human recruits, all of whom have been DNA tested to ensure maximum compatibility, and the success rate is quite high. The new Tau Astartes learn quickly, are brave on the battlefield and very powerful. These Tau Space Marines are then deployed against the Raven Guard and are completely fucking destroyed. As I said, the Gene Seed that gives a Space Marine their physical power is only a small slice of the pie. The psycho-indoctrination, extreme recruitment process, and brutally small success rate of creating a Space Marine is essential to their success. To be able to be thrown from a drop pod into the middle of a battle against the greatest horrors the galaxy can throw at you and not even hesitate takes some serious balls, or a lot of autism. The Tau Space Marines might be physically strong and capable, but when stress tested against real Space Marines, would crumble and burn. The time and resource cost of creating and arming each Tau Space Marine would also probably not even be worth it. On top of this, when the Imperium catches on to what the Tau are doing, the Tau threat level would dramatically increase, and a large Crusade fleet would wipe out their entire race in a handful of years. I like the Tau, but even Tau fans have to admit that the Tau's
Wait, the Imperium still haven't got the Tau yet? Wait, so you telling me that... Wait, hold on. So you telling me that... Hold up, riddle me this. To any Warhammer connoisseur out there. So you telling me that the Imperium, if they wanted to, they could legit wipe... They can wipe out the Tau right now. They can get rid of the Tau right now. If they wanted to. You let me know. Because I feel like in a lot of these videos that I'm hearing about the Tau and the, you know, and the Imperium and stuff like that, I feel like... I wouldn't say it would be like a neck and neck battle, but like I feel like it's been hyped up to the point to where it would be like a good competitive battle. Yo, the way Majorkill just said that, it seems like that the Imperium would just wipe them out if they wanted to, easily. I thought these boys was been beefing. I thought the town in the Imperium was already beefing.
Existence relies on the fact that they're not seen as huge threats by the Imperium, hence any Imperial invasions of the Tau, like the Damocles Crusade, were not overly serious affairs. Reverse engineering advanced and sacred Imperial tech would be a one-way ticket to the cum zone for the Blueberry Boys.
Oh, wow.
It really all comes down to the question, do the Tau even need Space Marines to be competitive in the Warhammer 40k universe? Would having them make them a galactic threat that isn't just alive because the big players are too busy fighting each other rather than them? Not at all. The Tau aren't small and weak because they lack transhuman super soldiers. They are a new race. They have short lifespans and they breed slowly. Their lack of warp knowledge combined with their small souls and no Psykers also means that their faster than light travel is super shit. It's very hard for them to expand their empire. Having Space Marines will not fix any of these main issues. If I was the Tau, I would invest more into capturing and breeding navigators so that their warp travel didn't suck such massive balls. Also goes without saying they should figure out how a Gellerfield works in the meantime. I'm glad the Tau don't have Space Marines. Not every faction should just be like a reskin of another.
True.
At the end of the day, they have literal mecha Gundams to help them fight their battles.
Yeah, but that's not enough though. Like that's not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like that's. I feel like the Imperium, bro. They got, bro. I look at the Imperium. I don't know why, but I look at them as like the. I look at them as like the police. I look at the Imperium as like the police, and I look at like the Tau as like a bounty hunter. No, I look at the Tau as like the cartel or something like that. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the. Oh no, hold up. Let me retract that. Let me retract that. No, you know what? I look at the Imperium as like the United States Army or like Marines or whatever. And I look at the Tau as like the cartel. Even though like the Tau can do damage or whatever, like they're not gonna that's how I feel about it. Maybe y'all can be indifferent or whatever. But even though like the Tau can do real big damage or whatever and get their way, I feel like whenever it comes down with the Imperium, bro, the Imperium is, bro, shoulder checking everybody. That's how I feel about it. Other than that, man, comment down below. What do you guys think about this, man? Shout out to Majorkill for this video. Like I said, man, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel on the road to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Bye, everyone.